Hello everybody, this is Mr. T. Mitchell, and this is the Great Sports Debate, Harrison Balls. Let's get it on! John Harris, are the Lakers a threat to the Heat for the NBA title in the 2012-2013 season?
Absolutely. And Dwight Howard and Steve Nash, you kidding? Should have beat the Thunder last year. I'll admit, it's Kobe thing. Kobe choked it up in Game 2 and Game 4.
Didn't he?
Mouth, let me finish. Anyway, with the addition of them, Dwight Howard's a defensive force on his side of the ball. Best defensive player in the league. You know it. He's a game changer. If we had him in the Olympic team, we win every game by 20 points plus. No problem.
So you had Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol, who are a combined height of 24 feet, 1,900 inches, and you couldn't win with them, and you think another big guy who has no offensive skill is going to come in and dominate the game and allow them to get past the Thunder? Absolutely not.
Andrew Bynum is fat, lazy on the defensive side of the ball. He's worthless. Can't move his feet. Can't defend the pick and roll to save his life. Westbrook ain't about pick and roll. All around. Drove in. Gasol's overrated, you know it.
Then what's going to happen with Dwight Howard?
He's a game changer. He's by far the best defensive player. He's the best defensive player since Bill Russell.
You know what you did? You're taking Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol, which are pretty much both Dwight Howard, might give or take a few rebounds, a few points. And you think this one guy's going to come in and get him another title? It's not going to
Well,
happen.
like I say, he's the best defensive player since Bill Russell. Are you kidding?
Because he's tall. He can block shots. What else does he do? Nothing. The
He's
guy
not
can
in
barely
defense.
make a layup.
He can't penetrate the hole with him there. He gets 20 points a game. I don't care how he gets it.
My uncle Freddie got 20 points a game.
Well,
Who
Freddie
can't
has
get
got
20
20.
points a game in the NBA?
Please. 20 a game, 15 rebounds, 4 blocks. And you're going to talk about Steve Nash added in. They had a good point guard since Magic died.
He's not going to get them to the title. Not going to get them past the Thunder, as a matter of fact. Because they're so young and they're so talented at every position. Him just being a big body down there is not going to get you past the team that kicked your ass last year.
That is a huge criticism that the Lakers are going to be too old and too slow to compete with the Thunder.
Dwight Howard brings the youth, the athleticism we need. Bynum's worthless on defense.
Do you think they're going to allow Kobe Bryant to bring his cane out onto the court?
Now, anyway, had Steve Nash takes all the pressure off Kobe. Didn't have to handle the ball. Reno Ramon Sessions is trash. Steve Blake's trash.
Okay, and you have your same issue you've had for years on defense. Derek Fisher couldn't play a shit worth of defense at point guard. Steve Nash is abysmal at defense. What are you going to
He's
do about
better than
that?
Derek Fisher.
You think Dwight Howard's going to guard everybody? No.
He shuts down the paint every single time.
Yeah.
He's by far the best center in the NBA defensively. No question.
Who's the defensive player of the year last year?
Dwight Howard blew his back out. Kind of like he blew Mama's back 2 weeks ago.
That's not my point. Who was the defensive player?
Tyson Chandler was.
Okay.
What happened in the Olympics? He was proven to be a false commodity.
Thank you for making my point. A great defensive player does not win you a championship, nor equal
Dwight
out to be a
Howard
great
is
player.
10 times better than Tyson Chandler defensively.
All they're good at is being tall and blocking people from shooting inside the paint.
Cut down penetration, alter shots. That's a huge part of the game. You're out of your damn mind. Steve Nash having somebody actually set up an offense for the Lakers, be able to set Kobe up so him handle the ball the entire time.
Yeah, but don't you know that Kobe loves to handle the ball the entire time?
He wants
He
to make
thinks
shots
he's a point
and win
guard.
games. He doesn't want to be distributing to everybody. That's not his game.
He's 73 years old. He refuses to pass the ball to anybody unless he's already in the air and he's in trouble. And then, oh, I have 2 7-footers to dump the ball off to, and it looks like I made an assist.
Please.
You know, it's the truth. I only speak the truth, ladies and
When
gentlemen.
they're on their...
Okay, well, it is apparent that the Lakers are going to be a force in the NBA next year. But get back to the particular topic. How do the Lakers match up with the Heat if that were to happen in the NBA Finals?
Go ahead. So, we'll talk matchups. Go ahead.
Matchups are really great. They have no low post scoring, no low post defense. All they are is jump shots and depend on the water and dump them out. Dwayne Wade's deteriorating.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Agreed.
going downhill.
As well as
Chris
Kobe.
Bosh is perimeter player.
Okay.
Gasol cancels him out. They're not going to drive the lane as easily as they did against the Thunder. They struggled to get past the Celtics, and they have to face a bigger team. Struggled against the Pacers, and they're a bigger team.
But you're seeing one of the best players of all time come into his own in this past postseason, and he completely dominated the Celtics in game 6. What was it, 45 points, 15 rebounds?
Yeah, they dominated the Celtics.
That was an elimination game in Boston. Killed him. Completely crushed him. That series was over after that. Not literally, but what was Boston going to do after that happened to him? So who's going to guard? Okay, let's say, hypothetically, the Lakers and the Heat make the finals. Who's going to guard LeBron James? Who? Who's going to stop him? Absolutely no one. And he has the ability to completely win a game by himself.
Does he?
He's been doing it for years. He might have not won championships before.
He also doesn't go to check out big games. See Dallas finals.
I think those arguments are very Skip Bayless of you now. I think he's proven himself. Bush League.
He checked out in the NBA Finals. Put up 15 a game with J.J. Barrera and Jason Kidd guarding. I'm bigger than J.J. Barrera. Please.
When was that?
Year before last.
What happened this past year?
He beat the Thunder. Yeah, I
Pretty
remember
much.
that. Lakers are a better team now.
Than the Thunder?
Definitely.
We have to discuss the Lakers getting past the Thunder.
Don't really pass. They could have beat them easily this year. Few bad breaks.
If
They're a better
they
team.
have that prayer chance of beating the Thunder, which is a better team than the Lakers, because Kobe doesn't know how to give the goddamn ball up, which we've seen. What are they going to do with the Heat? What has happened almost every single time LeBron James and Kobe Bryant square off? Christmas Day, any of those times. They blast them. Your fans were throwing shit on the court because they were so pissed off
Yes, bullshit.
because
More
LeBron
efficient.
beat the shit out of them. Oh my God, he's talking about officiating. It's making me a pop so.
You know this is a different team. Adnan Howard, his defensive line, his defensive prowess.
Honestly, how much is his being a
Defense
tall,
wins championships.
defensive, I'm around the rim kind of guy going to change the whole team's dynamic? It makes
Defensive
no
anchor
sense.
changes
to me.
everything.
It's
Defense
making
wins
me a towel. I'm
championships.
sweating. It's hot as shit in here.
Well,
Defense wins championships. He's an anchor on defense. The Bulls in the 90s won championships because they're.
It's not the
well,
90s
a lot of
anymore. It's
people, a lot of
2012.
people will argue this point that Steve Nash's lack of defensive ability will be made up by having Howard in the paint.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
And Steve Nash better than Mario Chalmers defensively.
Derek Fisher was notoriously shitty on defense against other point guards. They had 2 7-footers. I mean, what do you want, a 9-footer? You want a
Anthony Bynum is
9? You
not
want
a
2
defensive
9-footers?
force. He's goofy footed. He can't dominate the paint. He's not a
Please,
defensive
God,
center.
help me right now.
He's not a defensive center. It's all Andrew Bynum. He's not a defensive center.
Dwight Howard's not a defensive center. He's just so goddamn big. He just does this. My fucking daughter can do this.
So
It
you
doesn't
know,
take
blame
skill
the
to do
man
that.
because he's a big guy, taking away from
Sick
him.
of this. If you're that big, you should be able to block a
Well,
shot.
that's what he's there for. That's what he's
You act like
designed
he's
to
out
do.
on the perimeter, like fucking checking people.
That's what he's designed
No.
to do. He's
They go and
designed
do
to
finger rolls, and he throws it into the crowd.
Exactly. That's what he's supposed to do. You want to bake him a cake out there too?
What's he going to do on offense? How are they going to run the offense through him
Pick
with
and
Kobe
roll. He's
Bryant
the
out
best pick
there?
and roll center in the league.
You think Kobe Bryant's going to pass him the fucking ball?
Please.
Steve Nash might pass him the ball. Kobe Bryant's going to go out there and just clank.
You know,
Awful
Kobe's
field
the-
goal percentage. He's on
I'll
that
admit he's not
train.
declining,
He's on
yes.
that train.
He's declining. He's not what he was in 2008, but he's still the best shooting guard in the league. He's better than Dwayne Wade. And you know he's better than fucking Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade missed 2 points. in
That's
that half.
50-50 to me because I think they both are starting to suck. They do the same things.
Dwayne Wade's not on Kobe's level.
They do
Not
the
as
same
good
things.
defender, not as good in the post, not as good a shooter.
Dwayne
One
Wade-
point you could make, a lot of people are making, is that, you know, even though Kobe is on the downswing of his career, that is actually going to make him a better player on this team and make him share the ball more because he knows that he's getting to the edge of his career and, you know, he he's not going to be able to score and be the dominant player like he used to be. So he's going to kind of give it up to Dwight Howard to take over this Lakers team and lead them to the promised land.
Okay, Mr. T. Mitchell, in defense to that, I would say, have you ever seen Kobe Bryant pass the ball to anybody, no matter who was hot? No.
He fed
He's
the ball to him for
egotistical.
years.
It's up here. He's egotistical. He will not pass the ball unless he has tried to shoot the ball, been in trouble, and had to throw it off to one of those 7-footers.
He fed the ball to Shaq for years and won 3 titles and dominated. He didn't dominate. That's some true domination with Shaq and Kobe.
Who wouldn't throw the ball to Shaq? When he
You're asking
was
about that,
29 years old and 480 pounds, 7'19".
Sweet man.
Who wouldn't throw the ball to Shaq? Why would you not do that?
He did, though. They won 3 titles in a row and dominated.
Yeah, and guess what? He got Shaq kicked out of LA because he wanted it to be his
He
team.
needed to be gone. He's a diva just like anybody else. And you know Shaquille O'Neal's a diva, right?
I'm about to throw my goddamn.
All right, on that note, that concludes that. Are the Lakers a threat to the Heat for the NBA title in 2013? I guess we'll find out this NBA season. Thank you.
That was good.
It was like 11, 12.